So how did you guys meet?
You want to say it or I say it?
Yeah, let Baby Hustler say it.
Okay.
C'est le nouveau nom.
Baby Hustler.
Baby Hustler.
C'est bon.
He just makes one up every week. There's a new thing coming up. I met him years ago, probably around the same time you met him. You know, he's always coming to Montreal, doing stuff. He knows a lot of people here. And so I met him a long time ago, and I was already doing music, but I was just like doing my own thing, you know. And it's just years later we bumped into each other, and I was like, hey, listen, you have some beats that are just laying around there, nobody using, just like some discount beats or something I can afford, because really I'm not trying to put all that money for a beat from you. And he was like, a beat on a discount? What are you talking about? Like, did you Google me? Do you know what I do? Like, stuff with that. So I was like, well, yeah, if you want to do this, let's do it right. So that's what happened. We just got into the studio, you know, and started vibing, and that's what came out of it.
J'ai vu des pays qui s'effondrent et des hommes qui vivent comme des rois. Oh. Et chaque fois que la nuit tombe, oh, moi je te suis comme une ombre. Mais tu sais, moi ce monde je n'y crois pas. Mais tes yeux ne me mentent pas. Non, y'a que ça de vrai. Mais pourquoi les mensonges, je ne sais pas. Non, baby, mais tes yeux ne me mentent pas. Y'a que ça de vrai.
Yes.
You got me.
No, 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 no.
He was 5'10" this time.
I like it. Do it one more time.
And what was your first impression when you heard her the first time?
Well, I mean, I have what's called the piano room, and everybody go through my piano room test. And it's basically the regular scales, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, and then I go into some very complicated Quincy Jones type meets Thelonious Monk chromatic scales that would determine. Once she passed that test, I knew we was okay. I was impressed by, when I went in the studio with her ability to write very fast, but the French sounds swagged up. Because she was telling me she was like, yo, I want to do French. And it's almost like, okay, so when you say something in French or you say in Creole and you try to translate it into English, it don't sound the same. The jokes are not funny. So the thing was, I was highly impressed by the fact of how when she pins it, it locks on the beat. And then, so then the language won't matter no more, right? Because really music is just a tone. That's really what impressed me the most. I mean, we in the studio right now, just, you know, what you hearing is what I call an avant-goût, you know, so, and to show that she could go from a club record to a reggae record to acoustic guitar record, I feel like the project is going to be kind of dangerous in a good way. I like it. Yeah, when I play this shit next time, I'm gonna turn the lights off.
And what do you think people are gonna be the more impressed about hearing her songs?
I'm impressed the fact that she's half from Ghana and half Canadian. I think there's a whole story to tell. And I just think if she's honest in her lyrics, the way that she is, and if she tells her story, because that's a whole story right there by itself. Like, you know how Bob Marley had a story, and I think there's a group of kids that's like her that leaves Africa, come to Canada with the background, and then there's a struggle period, you know, and then there's a belonging, and there's a finding yourself. And she has a gift of literature. I don't know if she's cheating because she's a literature student in college, but she has that she has that gift. So with that gift, I think that's what the world is waiting for. Keep in mind, if a good book is in French, or if a good book's in Italian or in Korean, it don't really matter the language of the book, right? What we do is we find the translation because we want to know what the artist is saying. And I think that's what I think excites me the most about when I asked her. I said, well, because like I asked every artist, I said, why you want to be in the music business? You know what I'm saying? This is a tough business. So I said, well, you know, and then the honesty of what she said. You know, I did a lot of music, you know, but I'm not happy with it. Like, I want to do me. I have a certain expression. I have a way. I have things that I want to say, and I want to be proud of it, and I want people to feel of what I want to say. When an artist say that, that means it's bigger than just the music.
Before we end the interview, what is the story you're trying to say?
Listen, it's just my own story because there's no other story I could tell, you know. And it's me, you know, being from Rouyn-Noranda up in Quebec, you know, and coming from a different background from everybody else around there. I was not only the only black person in my city, I was the only other, like, non-white, you know, and like all my family's white, and you know, a lot of my friends are white and whatever, but you know, it's just you go through different things, and then coming here and, you know, having to work a lot because I don't come from a wealthy family or anything, so I had to work a lot, go to school, and then music at the same time. So that means like you're in the studio at nighttime, you wake up at 7 in the morning to go to class at 8, and then after that you finish class, you go to work because you have to pay for that studio. So, you know, that's just, you know, stuff that I went through, and that's what I want to talk about.
Well, Naadei, Wyclef, thank you very much for sharing this with us and with all the auditors, because we had some great time over there. So good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.